Today, we are diving deep into the exact artificial intelligence toolbox I rely on to transform lengthy videos into a consistent stream of high-impact short-form content. We are talking about creating clips faster, smarter, and with significantly less manual hassle than you might currently be experiencing. If you have ever seriously wanted to pump out more engaging clips without spending endless hours chained to your editing suite, then this detailed breakdown is specifically designed for you. I will meticulously walk you through the precise tools I currently depend on, explain exactly why I choose them, and show how they integrate into a seamless, real-world content workflow. But be warned, I'm going to be completely upfront about what's genuinely great and what parts are truly annoying, so you avoid wasting valuable time chasing empty hype. Now, the very first thing we must get straight is that the market is absolutely flooded with thousands of new AI tools appearing every single week. Some of these tools genuinely assist in shipping more content effectively, while sadly, many others just create the illusion that you are busy without producing real output. My guiding rule of thumb for curation is incredibly simple. Does this tool save my editors measurable time, or does it successfully replace steps that used to consume hours of labor? If the answer to that question is a resounding yes, then that tool permanently stays within our active tech stack for the long haul. If the answer is no, it immediately becomes categorized as a fun toy that we will inevitably forget about within a single week. Tool number 1 in the stack is leveraging large language models, specifically the popular ChatGPT style tools, but utilized in a highly structured, non-casual manner. I employ what I call a two-mode approach. One mode is dedicated to fast, structured sourcing, and the other is reserved for deep, comprehensive research tasks. The fast mode is purely about taking a completed, lengthy form factor script and turning it into a neat, organized list of B-roll sources and exact timestamps for my editor. Instead of the usual tedious process of spending 30 to 60 minutes searching for relevant footage across platforms, I simply paste the script in and ask for 10 linked videos with suggested timecodes. It is honestly wild how much precious time this single technique saves my production team every single week. While the model itself cannot watch videos exactly like a human, it skillfully parses transcripts, metadata, and contextual clues to map the most likely clips to specific script lines. The human editor must still meticulously confirm the exact frame accuracy, but this method provides a monumentally significant head start to the whole process. The second mode, deep research, flips on specialized features like web-enabled or browse mode to deliver an analyst-level summary in just 5 to 10 minutes. Instead of dedicating hours to watching numerous videos and manually bookmarking relevant articles, you task the model to survey the entire topic landscape for you. You instruct it to summarize the general consensus, pull out any strong contradictions, and suggest entirely new angles that haven't been publicly covered yet. By combining this powerful B-roll sourcing with the deep research capabilities, you instantly secure both the necessary facts and the required visual assets to execute your plan. A crucial pro tip here is to store the exact, refined prompt you use as a project or system instruction, so you never waste time reinventing that perfect query wheel again. Tool number 2 focuses on purpose-built short-form script writers, which are absolutely worth their weight if your output includes Reels, TikToks, or YouTube Shorts. What you are specifically looking for in these tools is an inherent understanding of powerful hooks, established story beats, and tight time constraints. A high-quality short-form writer allows you to paste a basic outline or even just a one-line idea and receive several polished scripts with distinctly different opening hooks. These superior iterations will also clearly display how each new script changed from the previous version, helping you quickly learn which hooks truly land with your audience. If you constantly struggle with crafting those crucial opening lines, or just tightening up your overall storytelling arc, this saves you countless hours of frustrating trial and error. Tool number 3 is competitive idea mining, often seen in services that layer a sortable view on top of a creator's entire content library. The absolute fastest way to discover currently viral ideas is by systematically studying successful creators within your specific niche and identifying recurring patterns in their content. Manually tracking things like the most effective hooks, pacing choices, and recurring visual themes is inherently a very slow and time-consuming endeavor. These specialized sorting tools let you instantly surface performance outliers by filtering engagement over a specific date range, which is an absolute game changer. You can then open the top-performing videos in separate tabs, map out the common editorial elements, and remix those concepts using your unique brand voice. This practice is essential idea hygiene. And if you perform this exercise just a couple of times per week, you will legitimately never run out of proven content angles. Tool number 4 involves utilizing AI image and video studios that cleverly aggregate multiple generative models under one clean user interface. This centralization is unbelievably useful for quickly generating unique B-roll footage when you simply do not have an existing shoot available to pull from. The workflow typically looks like this. You prompt for a specific image, Select the underlying model that gives you the desired aesthetic, and then animate that still into a short clip. The core benefit here is the superior user experience, allowing you to experiment rapidly across various models to find the best fit for your brand's specific look. Tool number 5 covers the next generation text-to-video models, like those that produce remarkably cinematic outputs, sometimes even embedding dialogue and soundscapes. Their most advanced feature involves maintaining constant ingredients across multiple distinct shots, ensuring continuity for things like the actor or key props throughout a sequence. The main caveat with these high-end models is that they are often premium priced, and the actual user experience can vary quite a bit between providers. Some platforms allow brief clip previews on a consumer plan, but the full feature set required for serious projects lies behind much more expensive subscription tiers. These are incredibly powerful for generating complex concept visuals, but for regular, high-volume publishing, you will likely need to blend them with cheaper, more accessible options. Tool number 6 is MidJourney, or similar models renowned specifically for producing images with an exceptionally high aesthetic quality that defines a certain vibe. For these image generators, the focus shifts away from sheer speed and squarely towards achieving a specific cinematic, stylized frame that looks professionally shot. If you are creating image-first content that needs movement, you generate the perfect still in MidJourney, then run that output through an aggregator or video model to introduce motion. The notable drawback is that these models are generally not the ideal choice when you require precise placement of text directly onto the image or for rendering clean infographics. Tool number 7 involves using Claude, or other large language models that show a distinct aptitude for highly creative writing tasks and tonal refinement. These particular models often excel at crafting truly compelling voiceover scripts or making nuanced improvements to an existing script's overall tone and personality. My personal method is to generate the initial draft using a dedicated short-form tool and then send that draft to the creative LLM for a sophisticated punch-up and added nuance. If you have the capability, you should absolutely maintain a project file with preloaded system instructions that perfectly reflect your specific brand voice, so the model learns continually. Tools. Number 8 and 9 bring us to AI avatars and voice cloning technologies, such as HeyGen coupled with ElevenLabs, which unlock avatar-led content creation. The typical workflow involves cloning your own authentic voice using a dedicated audio model first, and then utilizing an avatar generator to handle the complex lip syncing and visual presentation. For high-volume content accounts that do not require the creator's actual face in every single post, this combined setup is an absolute paradigm-shifting game-changer. The primary downside remains the unavoidable uncanny valley effect, where mouths and micro-expressions can still look slightly unnatural upon close, sustained inspection. However, for tightly trimmed, punchy short clips, or for videos driven primarily by voiceover narration, this combination performs extremely well for us. Furthermore, ElevenLabs' sound effects generation feature is seriously underrated, providing you with quick options for subtle audio enhancements like whooshes or unique ambiances. Now we arrive at the central piece of information everyone is truly eager to know. How do all these individual tools logically fit together with our core platform, Vizard? Because ultimately, having access to endless amazing content assets means absolutely nothing if you cannot consistently turn long-form video into optimized bite-sized posts without team burnout. This is precisely where Vizard steps in. Imagine finishing a long webinar or podcast, and you need dozens of clips for every social channel immediately. Vizard automatically scans the entire recording to identify those high engagement moments, the punchlines, the major reveals, and the strongest opinions, and creates ready-to-post clips from them. It is not just another editing application that requires your team to constantly babysit it. Rather, it functions as an auto-editor that surfaces the viral snippets and applies safe defaults. This results in handing your editor or social manager a curated stack of clips that are already structurally sound and have a high likelihood of performing well. There are 3 primary functions within Vizard that I personally rely on day in and day out to maintain my content velocity. First is the auto-editing of viral clips, where the system intelligently picks the moments most likely to resonate and creates optimized short-form outputs automatically. This crucial step translates directly into far fewer hours spent scrubbing through raw footage, and many more hours dedicated to strategic distribution planning. I no longer have to take a blind guess as to which minute of my recording will perform best, because Vizard proactively suggests the absolute strongest segments. The second feature I value highly is the auto-schedule function, which allows you to set your desired posting cadence and then lets the AI handle the daily queuing automatically. Eliminating the need to manually queue up posts every single day provides an enormous time saving, especially when you are batching a large volume of content at once. Finally, the integrated content calendar allows you to manage every single piece across all channels from one centralized dashboard without juggling 5 different external systems. However, I need to be perfectly clear that Vizard does not inherently replace every single other tool we just discussed. It is all about strategic fit within the ecosystem. You should still utilize the language models and research tools to continuously discover fresh angles and write genuinely better, more captivating hooks. Use the dedicated short-form script tools specifically for polishing those tight introductory and concluding lines to perfection before publishing. Leverage the various imagery generators to create truly unique visual stamps or powerful branded thumbnail frames that stop the scroll immediately. Then, strategically hand the resulting raw, cut-down clips to Vizard to handle the heavy lifting of final editing refinement and cross-channel scheduling. If you want to elevate the production value for a specific hero piece, feel free to pull in MidJourney or VO3 for those premium concept clips that supplement the core AI edits. Let's look at a few real-world workflows that have proven to be exceptionally effective for my team's consistent content output. For a quick repurpose project, record a long interview, immediately run it through Vizard to export the top 20 performing clips, and you are already halfway done. Next, use a short-form script tool to generate 3 entirely alternative intros for the top 5 clips, allowing you to A/B test your opening lines effectively. Then, simply auto-schedule all of those variants across your platforms and let the resulting data definitively tell you which hook achieved the highest win rate. For a visual-first approach, generate a stunningly cinematic background or a unique branded motion still using MidJourney and then animate it slightly. You then integrate that premium-generated B-roll directly into a Vizard clip to immediately elevate the perceived production quality without needing any expensive on-site photography. When focusing on maximum volume publishing, use the HeyGen and ElevenLabs combination for low-touch content creation that still reaches a massive audience. You feed the scripts generated by your short-form writer directly into the avatar system, then process the resulting videos in batches through Vizard for editing and scheduling. This high-volume model is excellent for SaaS updates or quick-hit newsy verticals, where sheer publishing volume often outperforms immediate, flawless polish. Now for the mandatory reality check, every single one of these powerful tools comes with genuine, tangible limitations that you must respect. Some of those text-to-video models produce breathtaking visuals, but are simply too costly for sustainable, regular daily posting schedules. Certain AI image creation tools are incredibly fast, yet they often fundamentally struggle to maintain a consistent, recognizable brand style across multiple generations. The avatar and voice cloning combination is amazing for scaling reach, but it can subtly erode audience trust if you fail to be transparent about its use in your personal brand messaging. Vizard, conversely, is designed to solve a completely different and critical problem, taking the authentic, pre-existing human footage you already possess and making it a reliable stream of short content. That reliable stream ensures your content retains its core authenticity while still meeting the demanding consumption patterns of modern digital platforms. That is precisely why I position Vizard as the foundational spine, supporting the entire strategic repurposing workflow for all of our long-form assets. If you only remember one single pro tip from this entire comprehensive rundown, please commit this to memory. Always build your process for iteration, not for unattainable perfection. Start by using the language models to thoroughly research angles and surface initial B-roll suggestions to save time up front. Then, utilize a specialized short-form script tool to expertly tighten up the messaging around the hook to maximize initial viewer retention. After that, let Vizard efficiently handle the chopping, assembly, and scheduling across all necessary distribution channels automatically. Crucially, you must measure what actually moves the needle in terms of performance, and then actively feed that data back into your creative prompting strategy for refinement. To summarize our complete toolset, research and raw ideas come from the language models combined with competitive analysis tools. Crafting the perfect script and developing arresting hooks relies on the short-form writers working in tandem with your creative LLMs for tone. High-quality bespoke visuals are sourced primarily from the various image and video generative AI models we discussed throughout this presentation. Finally, the massive tasks of editing, optimizing, and scheduling all that content at scale are effectively delegated to the intelligent automation within Vizard. If you successfully pair the right tool for the right job with clear, established system instructions, you will transition from sporadic posting to a steady, reliable stream of optimized clips. This entire streamlined methodology allows you to achieve this without ever burning out your valuable creative or editorial team members. If you are interested in seeing a complete, real-world walkthrough of a specific repurpose project, such as turning a 90-minute podcast into 30 distinct shorts, please just let me know by saying the word. I will happily break down that entire process for you, play by play, showing every single step we take from the raw file to the final published piece. Additionally, if you want access to the specific powerful prompts and project templates I use daily to source B-roll or train my creative Claude or ChatGPT projects, I will ensure those are dropped into the accompanying documentation. All right, that concludes this detailed look at the essential AI tools. Now it is time for you to go out there and start making more content that actually drives measurable conversions.